Oh, hello everybody. Sociable Hermit here. Here I am inside my camper van, and I spend a lot of time travelling around the UK. Hopefully towards when the weather gets a bit colder, sort of September time. I'm going to go down through France, northern Spain, Portugal, definitely along the Douro, which is the river, as you know, that the port travels along. For it to be called port, it has to spend some time travelling on the river. And I want to travel along there as well because I love port, for lots of cultural reasons, of course, as well. Down through the rest of Portugal, where I used to work. I was lucky enough to work there for a year, many years ago. Across the bottom, across the Algarve, maybe pop in and see Queen Christine if she's in residence at the time. I'll let you know when I'm coming. Back up through the Costas, back up through Spain, or maybe jump a ferry at Bilbao, Santander, and come back the more direct route. But everybody's been telling me you've really got to do France, Ed, on the way. You've got to do France. If you don't, you're missing out on a real treat. So I've listened to everybody. I've enjoyed myself the last 18 months doing this, and I think it's now time to agree with those people who said to me, why don't you have a vlog, Ed? I'm not your standard vlogger. I'm not photogenic, as a lot of vloggers seem to be. More have a face for radio, to be honest. I'm definitely not a techie, so if you're looking for somebody to review things for you and tell you how to use the latest gadgets, Phil the Geek's probably, Philip the Geek is probably the best person, I would think, that I know of the people who I know off the internet as well as on the internet. Have a look at his channel, check him out, subscribe to him. He knows his stuff. The best thing about Phil, because I know him in the real world, is you can ask him questions and he would love to give the opportunity to help you along, share his knowledge. So check him out. Right, back to me. So what am I going to do if I'm not going to review things and I'm not sort of catwalk material? What am I going to do? I want to be different. So I'm going to break down my vlogs into 3 areas. One of them is about my travels, travelling around in my camper van. We'll tell you all about that. The second one, I retired about 18 months ago from having a little business on my own, drunging around delivering training. I specialised in a market for people who had barriers to accessing education. Whatever those barriers were, doesn't matter to me. I just want to give them the opportunity to learn and to grow through education, and that's what I specialised in. So what I'd like to do, rather than retire and let all that information just drift away, and I have had a lot of people who I've taught previously wish me all the best of luck in what I want to do, but said there's going to be a real gap because I don't sort of teach through PowerPoint and things like that. I tend to teach through analogies. I chat to people. We have some fun and we learn together. So with that in mind, what I thought I'd do, completely free, I'm going to put elements of the training that I've delivered over the last 10 years in my own company, and probably about another 4-5 years prior to that, and before then in the forces. I was in the forces for a few years. So I'm going to put little short snippets of training: first aid, health and safety, food safety, conflict resolution, personal safety, whatever it is that I used to teach that I think might be useful, or you tell me you'd like me to do, that I'm going to do little clips. How's that going to work? Well, they're just going to go onto my YouTube channel. They're going to be free. I think I'll generate, hopefully, a few quid towards my diesel from these Google monetizing, I think they call it. But it won't cost you anything. That's the important thing. So if you're one of those people, first aid for example, who you don't need a first aid certificate from the health and safety executive because of the work that you do, blah blah blah. All you want to do is know that if your family member or friend collapses next to you because they're choking, because of some other thing that's happening to them, that you have the knowledge, the skills and the confidence to step forward and help that person when they need you. If we can do that across a few subject areas, I think that's worth my time putting it on, and I hope it's worth your time to watch it, and together we should increase the number of people who can be out there to help people. Other areas will be food safety, health and safety, all the boring malarkey that we'll try and sparkle up and make it a little bit more enjoyable than some bloke called Brian from Drontwich who just keeps clicking on his PowerPoint. We'll try not to do it that way. We'll try to add a bit of fun. The third thing I want to do on my channel, if this is going to work, I don't know, tell me about it. Click subscribe buttons, link, or whatever kind of things you're supposed to do. Click the like button, give me some comments, is what I'm just going to collectively call treats. And what treats are is all the other fun stuff that we do. So I love to cook. You don't develop a body like this by hating food, trust me. So we'll have some cooking, al fresco cooking outside. I love to cook on my barbecue. I have several different barbecues. I love to cook using my pressure cooker. I love to cook using my double skillet, if you know what one of those is. If you don't know what one of those is, it'll come along in a bit. And it was a lovely gift from a beautiful lady called Sue. So if you're watching, Sue, thank you very much. I use it all the time. Other things I might put on there, I have a list. It's not a bucket list so much as it's a retirement list. When I retire, this is what I want to do. And I've been busily crossing things off that. So last New Year, for example, I sang karaoke for the first time in front of a large group of people. I did have one dress rehearsal at Mags's, but then singing in front of, I don't know, a couple of hundred people, and nobody knew it was the first time that I'd sung in front of a group of people, because even though I teach, or used to do, even though I can stand up and talk in front of people, even though I can stand up and teach, the idea of doing karaoke was probably one of my worst nightmares. So, as part of my retirement, on the list it went. Practice for a few months, driving along, singing to myself, where at least I don't get thrown out, because there's only me in the camper. And then, around about New Year, with a little bit of Dutch courage and some confidence from my friend Annie, who gave me a bit of a kick, I sang. I've done it now. I've crossed it off my list. I'm not going to take it up as a second career. Did I enjoy it? No, not really. But it was something I wanted to do. Other things that I'm doing, I've just started to learn Spanish, simply because another person who influenced me an awful lot, a friend of mine from China called Jay, he said to me once, you can say that you can speak a language, and he speaks several, when you can laugh in it. And he probably said that to me, wow, 2010, something like that, maybe 8 years ago. And it's always stuck in my head. It's always stuck in my head that I want to learn a language so well, to such a level, that I can understand the humour and I can reflect the humour back to native speakers. I can't do that at the moment. I was in Germany for 6 years with the forces. I never learnt German. I learnt a couple of hundred words, that was it. So I want to learn. It's going to be Spanish or it's going to be Portuguese. I've started with Spanish, but I could always switch. So cooking, my little list, learning Spanish or a foreign language, and general mooching about with things. So in the treat sections, sort of all the other stuff. So if you just want to learn about things, if you just want to learn about first aid, jump into the training thing. It'll all be indexed. Learn what you need to learn about first aid. We can learn together. If I've not covered something, let me know. So you need to subscribe so that you can comment on it and you can tell me about things that maybe you want to know. And that's fine. If, however, you want to see where I'm going on my travels, what I'm getting up to, who I'm meeting, what I'm seeing, what experiences I'm having, then look in the travel section. And if you just want to know more about me, about the people that I value as my friends, either people who live in bricks and mortar, or people mooching about in camper vans like myself, or everybody in between. At the moment I'm filming this from a marina. And it's a marina in the northwest of England, so it's a marina that is at least 50% canal barges, because it's on the Leeds to Liverpool Canal. And the people here, absolutely phenomenal, welcoming people, they've made me feel really part of their community. So whoever I meet along the way, we can do little videos. I have bought, although I've only flown it once at Druridge Bay, I bought a drone, so we can get into that. I can maybe do a few video clips, vlogs with the drone, up until the point where no doubt will happen I end up crashing it into a pool of water somewhere and it's never seen again. A couple of bubbles on the surface and that's the end of that. So I've got that. I also, because somebody else had one, I thought, oh, that's nice. I've also got a 360-degree camera. So while I'm filming at the moment, no expensive techie stuff here, because I wouldn't be able to use it. What I've just got here is my Galaxy phone, and it seems to be doing a good job. Can't help the subject matter, but hey, you know, the phone itself, the camera on the phone seems good, so I'm not going to buy all sorts of DSLR cameras and all that kind of stuff, because really, I don't have the space. The other thing would be, I can put my 360 on the dashboard. I've got a Weinsberg Comet camper van, which for people who are not familiar with Weinsberg, and nobody is, because I think I seem to have the only one of its year in the country. Be nice to hear from other people if you got them. Prove me wrong, please. It's got a huge, massive dashboard that I'll show you at some point when we do a tour of the camper. And it's ideal, I think, for putting the 360-degree camera on there and videoing when I'm travelling in nice places. So that even if you want to turn the sound down so you don't have to listen to me whittering on, you can enjoy a drive through the Lake District, or a drive through the Cotswolds, or being stuck in a traffic jam on the M25, or whatever it is. So let's see where we go with that. But the most important thing about this vlog, I want it to be a little different. No disrespect to everybody else who does vlogs, they do some fantastic stuff, but as they're doing fantastic stuff, why do you need me? So I thought if we do travel, training and treats, and also by subscribing to my vlog and sending me comments, there might be particular things you want me to do in any one of those three areas that we can do. I've got the time to do it, you've got the imagination, let's have a go at it. So that's basically what I'd like to do. Let me know if I'm doing the right thing. Also, I've put up a little bit of a purple thing here. I like purple, bit of a witch thing going on, we'll get to that. Just to give us a background so you've not got too much clutter behind me, because there's lots of things going on in my camper van. Here, just over my shoulder, you'll see we've got my great travelling companion. Nearly called him Comrade then, but it wasn't Comrade at all. It was my travelling companion, Wildy Coyote. And as much as he looks in fine fettle at the moment, don't you? I've actually had him since 1990, so he's some 28 years old. And I couldn't pack him away in a box. He had to come with me. So, Wildy Coyote doesn't talk too much, but if you're tired of looking at me, you can look at him. So, will that do for now? Let's have a little listen.